What's going on, everybody? I'm Landon, and welcome back to another episode of Sneak Peek brought to you by Shoewear. And like always, we have another fun episode in store today, so thanks again for checking us out, and let's dive in. So once again, we'll kick things off with Nike, and today we're going to go straight into the upcoming releases. So the Nike Adapt 2.0 BB Tye Dye is releasing tomorrow, August 13th, retailing at $350. And the Adapt shoe models are honestly pretty expensive, but they're for a good reason, because they feature Nike's newest auto-lacing technology, which is pretty sick. So if you do have the money on hand to spring for these, it may be worth it. And it's also a pretty dope colorway in my opinion. But so the day after, on August 14th, a nice color of the Nike Air Presto releases labeled Fresh Water. And the price on these is set for $130, and they are meant to resemble an Australian color scheme, and it's actually what the Australian Olympic team wore, or at least something similar to that colorway back in the 2000 Olympics. So there's some cool background info on a super clean shoe that you should be on the lookout for. But there are a few more Nike Space Hippie models that are dropping next week as well. So first, the Nike Space Hippie 4 Lemon Venom releases in women's sizing on August 20th for $130. And I actually like the color combinations on these more than some of the previous releases. But on that same day, for the same price at $130, the Nike Space Hippie 1 Wheat White releases in men's sizing. And I think I like these ones a little bit more. But now that we've seen a few other colorways like the Volt and Crimson, and these are the two newest colorways to hit the market, and I've said this probably 10 to 15 times before, but I love these shoes. You know, they're super comfortable and they're made out of recycled materials for the most part. So if you like these shoes, be ready to go for them at 10 a.m. Eastern time, because all the other shoe models have sold out on the drop date. Alright, so for Jordan, we covered last week on the Air Jordan 1 High Satin Snake and the Air Jordan 1 High Tokyo, and I didn't hit on either of these, and I'm a little bit bitter about it, so let's just jump into what we have to look forward to from Jordan over the next few weeks. So the first of the upcoming releases is the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Rage Green, which drops August 14th for $175. And I think you should be able to tell from the picture, but just to be sure that your eyes aren't deceiving you, that is sort of a hairy suede green material on the side of the shoe as well as on the toe area. And I really can't get my feelings on these shoes figured out yet. But next, another Air Jordan 5 model drops in the alternate Bel Air colorway, also known as Ghost Green, and that's on August 15th for $190. And these are a follow-up from the originals that were released back in 2013, but we have seen some recent Jordan 5s releases like the Off-Whites and the alternate gray colorways that I think look a little more clean. But if you like the predominantly white shoe look, these may be a little bit more your style. But last for Jordan, and a little over a week out, is the Air Jordan 12 Indigo. And these hit the market on August 22nd for $190. And I like these more than the University Golds that dropped a couple of weeks ago, because these feature a tall mudguard, which is one of the most durable creations by Tinker Hatfield, who is just an extremely well-known shoe designer. And these also feature some throwback packaging, so this is just an all-around solid shoe to be on the lookout for. So we're still waiting for some upcoming Yeezy releases in the near future for Adidas, but there's still something for us to hit on for today. So a first look at the Kanye West and Derrick Rose shoe collab just surfaced, and oh my. At first glance, this kind of looks like the bone structure of a fish. But now I'm a huge D-Rose fan ever since he broke out in Chicago for the Chicago Bulls, and I have a few pairs of his shoes, but they look nothing like this. And I really can't say I don't like them. I think I don't like them, but I'm not ready to write them off just yet. But just with everything Derrick Rose has gone through with injuries and how he's starting to make a comeback in the league, you know, I may just have to get these just because. But that will all kind of depend on if I can get them off the drop, because if resale spikes on these, I'm out. But it's just a first look. I don't have any pricing or drop date info yet, but that should be soon to follow. So there's a few things I wanted to talk about for Under Armour today. So Joel Embiid, the Philadelphia 76ers center, debuted his first signature sneaker with Under Armour, simply titled the Embiid One in this Origin colorway. And these are set to release sometime late September to early October. And the main topic of discussion on this shoe, though, is that it draws a lot of similarities to some Kyrie models. And in my opinion, a lot of other shoe brands make a lot of shoes that look like a lot of other shoe brands. So I don't really pay it any mind, but something more impactful in the Under Armour brand involves Steph Curry. So Under Armour has actually just announced that they plan to launch Curry's own brand at Under Armour, basically making him to Under Armour what Michael Jordan is to Nike. Now read that again very carefully, because no one is comparing Curry to Jordan here. It's just the plan that Under Armour has moving forward with Curry's individual brand. But we aren't really sure what that's going to look like yet, but Steph Curry is my favorite player in the league, and I'm definitely intrigued by this move by Under Armour to see what it will look like. And it's being said that Curry will have his own logo, and the Under Armour logo will actually no longer appear on his brand for his shoes and stuff like that. And it's no secret that Under Armour doesn't dominate the shoe industry, so it will be interesting to see how this affects the overall sales and outlook of Under Armour going forward, if it does affect him at all. Alright, so for this last part of the episode, I'm going to just throw some random shoes, by different brands coming up that you may not have heard about, or that I either like or find interesting or different or whatever. So if you made it this far, just bear with me a little bit longer. So first off, there's a Concepts and New Balance 327 collab dropping tomorrow on the 14th or 13th, for 140. And of the recent 327 New Balance models, I'm not sure exactly why, but I actually do like these. But next, a Mr. Doodle put his spin on Puma RS 2K that's releasing on August 14th for 120. And the details on this shoe is pretty sick, although I'm not a huge fan of this specific Puma model itself, but they do come in a cool box too if you're someone who likes to keep the boxes. So that's going to wrap it up for this episode 7 of Sneak Peek, and we appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to check us out and to stay up to date on upcoming releases as well as everything else that we do. Just click the link in our bio and check us out. But until next time, I'm Landon from Shoewear. Peace.